For those of you who haven't seen those dismissals, we'll show you the Gilchrist one first, because he was caught once again by Dilshan, who did all the damage with the ball, with the runouts, etc. over in Adelaide. Oh, and yes, as that's carried, that's out. Ponting staying there. Well, I think it went in. I think it went straight in. Ponting's not going. Is Ponting going to go over and say to the fieldsman, did you catch it or not? No, he is not. Ponting is standing right there. This is the self-same guy who's been asking captains around the world to comply with that sort of scenario. I think they'll give him. I think they'll give him. I thought it was okay. Ponting's not going, though.
Well, I think they'd have given it by now if they were going to. I think it's been a question from the bowler's end to the square leg umpire. The square leg umpire has said that he was unable to. That he was unable to say that the ball went straight into the hand.
Well, there we are. The captain of Sri Lanka now going over. I've got to say that I thought it was hit straight into his fingers. His fingers then hit the ground and cleanly taken.
I don't think it shows that on the replay.
Well, we'll have another look. Sure, I'm sure with these replays, and we often see them whenever we see a replay like this. We've done exercises on the ground. That very seldom does a replay like this show anything other than a little bit of grass in front. There we are. That goes straight into it. Look at his fingers. There it is. Fingers underneath the ball. For me, out.
Well, unless there's something radically wrong with my eyes, that's hit the ground before it's gone into his hand.
Right, well, Rich, I've got to say we'll have to do this exercise again, because any of those wide-angle shots from a long distance, the thing they call foreshortening, we did this exercise in Sri Lanka. There is always going to be doubt on the replay. Now, sure, I mean, that does look as if for me, it looks as if it forced the fingers into the ground. Let's have another look. There we go. Just watch his fingers tuck in underneath there. Now, that's what I thought happened. Richie Benaud's got a different view, and at the end of the day, let's face it, if the umpire's on shore, they've got no option. They've got to give it not out.
We had the same problem with Channel 4 in England when we did a foreshortening test, and exactly the same thing showed all the time, that for whatever reason, it quite often looks as though the ball has hit the ground.
Getting a bit upset. Yeah, it is interesting that Ricky Ponting, and there have been one or two other captains have tried to, I think this happened when the Australians went to South Africa, went to England last time round. I think Ricky Ponting actually approached the England captain and said, look, are you guys prepared to go along with what we would like to do? And that is that if we have this sort of situation, we ask the player, and if the player said he caught it, we go. And that, of course, was knocked back by the England captain. And I think Ponting's probably tired of asking the question of the opposition. And his reaction there seems to be, in any event, that he didn't think it carried. So the umpires came together, and after a bit of a chat, there's no way they could have given it.
Well, the situation is that if the square leg umpire had thought there was any reason to refer to the third umpire, he'd have done so. And there are laws in place for that. 3 for 110.
Out there together. There's another angle for you. And well, you've got to have a look at this. The next frame after that one, you see where the fingers come from. that's going to create a little bit of tension out there, because no doubt whatsoever the Sri Lankans were of the view that this was out. And I've got to say, I'm not going to change my mind on that. That, for me, was all over.
The question of referral to the third umpire is that if the bowler's end umpire can't decide if it's a clean catch, then he consults with the square leg umpire. If both umpires are unable to make a decision, then it is not out. If the line of vision of both umpires is obscured, then it is referred to the TV umpire. So that's bowler's end umpire can't decide, then consults with the square leg umpire. If both umpires are unable to make a decision, it's not out. And that's law 3.2, 3.1.
Tough job, this umpiring business. Down the ground for a single, and that is that the end of the over? No, one to go. So Ponting's still out there on 60. Simon's on 42. No. 6 from that over. It's 3 for 160.